Today is workout day number 4 that you're going to be doing each week during the 4-week Fat Loss Challenge. Today's going to be another lower body day. And just like before, I'm going to show you one set of the first 2 exercises. You'll pause the video and complete the other 2 sets of those first 2 exercises. Then I'll show you the first set of the next 2 exercises. You'll pause the video and complete the 2 remaining sets for the second 2 exercises. Then we're going to wrap it up with an ab circuit. So it's just 4 leg moves, legs and glutes moves, and an ab circuit to close it out. And don't forget to do the stretching routine that I'm going to link in the description below. Now let's get started with a lower body warm-up. You ready? Let's get to it. We're going to do 12 body weight squats. So just like we did before, go down, touch your elbows to your knees, and squeeze your glutes on the way back up. Down for 2. All right, now we're going to do a reverse lunge warm-up. I want you to put one leg in front, go down into a deep lunge so that the front leg is basically at a 90-degree angle. And then I want you to stand back up, putting all of your weight through the front heel. All right, good job. Our first exercise is actually one that I don't enjoy doing because it's very challenging. But in that challenge is a lot of calorie burning and a lot of good benefit for your legs and glutes. And these are Bulgarian split squats. So don't worry if you find this exercise to be a little too challenging or you don't feel safe putting one leg up on a bench or a chair. I do have beginner's alternative. After I show you the sets of the Bulgarian split squats done properly, I will show you the easier beginner alternative. So you're going to want to grab 2 dumbbells, or you can use body weight, no big deal. You're going to stand a certain amount away from the bench. To determine how far away to stand, I want you to start by sitting on the bench, put one leg out straight, and then stand to where that leg reached. That's how far away from your bench or chair that you should stand. Carefully place one foot up on the bench behind you and going to hold your weight straight down and then go down, and stand back up. Enough for me today. All right. Oh my goodness. Those are so challenging for me. The beginner alternative to Bulgarian split squats is just to hold your weights in your hand and do a front lunge. So you would go down into the lunge position, go down and stand back up, and down and stand back up. I put my back knee a little close to the ground, but be careful not to slam your knee into the ground. So yeah, that is your alternative move for doing the Bulgarian split squats. At Michelle's Body Shop, I have been very blessed to have equipment that includes a leg press machine. If you don't have gym access and you can't do a leg press, I'm going to give you an at-home alternative as soon as I finish my sets. So we're going to do 10 of these. Good job. Now let me show you the at-home alternative. This bench tap, as I like to call it, is one of my favorites, actually. Get yourself a weight, or you can use your body weight. We're gonna hold this weight in our hands like this. You can also hold it like this. But I prefer to hold it like this to keep my wrists in a different position, okay? So we're gonna have one leg on the ground and one leg off the ground. And you're going to stand with one leg and then back down to a sit as one, stand for two. If you start to fall and you need to put your foot down and catch yourself, that's totally fine. It doesn't matter. The exercise isn't really about balance. It's about using your muscles to get you off the bench, right? Okay, so yeah, you would do 10 like that. Whoops, see, I have bad balance too. 10 like that, and then when you have finished, 10 on one side, just do 10, whoops, 10 on the other side. And that is your at-home alternative to that leg press. Now remember, it's time to pause that video and finish the second and third set of those first two exercises. All right, welcome back. Exercise number 3 are hamstring curls. So again, I'm using some equipment that I have that you may not have at your house. So I will show you a very simple hamstring curl alternative if you don't have gym access or equipment like this. So obviously I know at the gym, a lot of times there are hamstring curl machines where you can lay down. Sometimes the quad extension machine will also have a hamstring option. This one's going to be a little different. I had to be a little creative with it. So for me, with my equipment here, I stand like this. But the main thing I want to show you is how we're working the leg, whether it's a laying down hamstring curl, the kind where you're facing out, or something like this. So I have, again, backed my weight way off, and I'm just going to curl up. Now, your at-home alternative is quite simple, actually. You're just going to hold on to a chair, the back of a chair, and maybe you can lean forward a little bit. You can hold onto a wall, and put your toe back like this and just squeeze up and release. And you might think that's not working anything. I can tell you I feel it. I do feel it in a slightly different place in my hamstring than I did with the cable resistance. But it's actually quite ideal because I feel it a little higher on my hamstring. So yeah, this is a good alternative. And I will say, if you're doing that style, just make sure that you are flexing at the top with a slight pause and that you increase your reps from 10 to 15. So leg exercise number 4 was actually supposed to be glute kickbacks. But guess what? Even at Michelle's Body Shop, I don't have the perfect cable attachment for glute kickbacks. So I will talk about them for a second. So if you go to a gym and you have the attachment for glute kickbacks, you might want to do this. So essentially, it's where you have a cable attachment to your ankle, or sometimes I used to, when I would go to a gym, I used to put it around my foot and kind of lean forward and hold on to the equipment, and I would basically do this with the cable. Sometimes I would do a little bit of an alternative style where I was also kind of kicking to the side and more of a martial arts style move. Was a little more comfortable for my hip. But like I said, I don't have that, so I'm going to show you something totally different. I'm calling this a single leg RDL, so I'm going to show you with no weight, and then I'm going to get my weights and we'll do all of our reps, okay? So what you're going to need, you're definitely going to need something to hold on to. I've got this pole, but you could use, the back of a chair. You could use a raised bench to hold on to, a wall. Anything works, but you'll have one hand holding on to something for stability, and the foot closest to wherever you're holding will be just kind of out of commission. It's not in the focus right now, but the other leg will go forward, and that's where you're going to hold the weight, the same arm as the leg that's going to bear the weight, okay? Now your back leg will actually do this, and this is what surprised me, is you're slightly bending your knee and you're keeping your back straight and holding on, and you're going to let, as you go down, your leg will go up in the back and then back up. Now you can go to the ground with it instead of just mid shin like a true RDL, but the key is, and what's interesting is putting that back leg out. The exercise is not with the leg that's going out. The exercise is here in this leg. But putting that back leg out allows you to keep your back straight instead of having to bend forward, for starters. The other thing it does is it puts more of an extension on these muscles. It actually makes them extend further. So whenever you do a contraction from a full extension, you actually work the muscle a lot more. So you will notice that even with a moderate weight and in the slow movement, this move will make your glutes and your hamstrings burn. Now let's get our weight and get started. Okay, like I said, holding on, opposite foot forward, okay? Hold your weight in front of your leg, bend your knee just a little bit. And as you're holding on, go down with the weight and up with the leg. For 1, slowly squeeze back up. And 2. Nice. I do feel it. When you get conditioned and you've been doing this for a few weeks, go heavier than you're doing now. Now we're turning around and doing the other leg. Excellent job. Now, pause that video and do the next 2 sets of those 2 exercises, and I will see you on the other side to do our ab circuit, and we're done. Now, we're going to wrap it up with an ab circuit. And so what we're going to do is basically a 48 count ab circuit. We'll do 12 of each of these exercises. Now, I'm going to start with a cable crunch, okay? And yet again, if you don't have this, your alternative is to do regular crunches or sit-ups on your mat or your towel, okay? So we're going to do 12 of these. So if you have a rope attachment, you will have that rope and pull it down where it goes over your shoulders like this. And whether you're on your knees or seated like I am, you'll crunch down, contracting your abs, and then back up. Okay, that's 1. Now we're going to do 12 knee taps. Bending my knees slightly, and I'm going to keep my shoulders squared, not slouched over like that, tall and squared. And I'm going to go down and tap, and down and tap. But notice, you can't probably tell from the video, but I do have my abs very contracted. They're not relaxed. You know, that's not safe for your spine. So tighten your abs. It's a good workout and, of course, a safety measure. So ready? We're going to do 12 of these. Ready and go. Job. Continuing on with a standing ab workout, we're going to do what I call the grab and knee twist. I make this up as I go. Okay, we're going to start with our feet slightly angled to one side. Okay, step a little wide, and you're going to, and I'm just going to show you this, you don't have to follow yet. We'll go fairly quickly when we do it. It's kind of a cardio move too. So I want you to put your arms out to the side like you're grabbing someone, and as you pull your upper body over, you're also going to shove your knee in the opposite direction, like that. And then back to the starting position. Okay, so this is how we start. Grab, knee, and down. That's 1 rep, knee, and down. And we're going to go kind of swiftly, and we're going to do 12. And then after those 12, we're going to point our toes to the other direction, step a little wide, right? And do the same thing for 12. Okay, you ready? Let's start again where we were. Toes pointing at an angle, stepping a little wide. Grab that robber who is trying to steal from you. All right, way to go. Okay, let's wrap up these abs with 12 toe touches. Lay on your back, both feet in the air, and reach to touch your toes or as close to your toes as you're able. As long as you're getting a good workout and a good ab contraction. Ready? Well, that's it for the exercises. But guess what? You still have to do 2 more sets of the 48 count abs. I didn't make that clear, but this workout routine includes 3 sets of the 48 count abs. So pause your video and go do those sets, girl. Great job. You did it. Well, I mean, we did it. After all, this is my challenge too. I'm really super glad that you guys joined me for this. I hope it's going well for you. And keep a lookout in this playlist where you find this video. Keep a lookout in the 4-week Fat Loss Challenge playlist for tips on diet, sleeping, water, all those other things that matter just as much as training. See you tomorrow.